In our last episode, we mapped the exploding job market, hybrid roles with significant wage premiums, sector after sector seeking professionals who combine human judgment with AI fluency. But here's the critical question. Are our schools preparing students for this reality? Or are they optimized for a world that no longer exists? This episode is for educators ready to reimagine learning, and for parents who want to understand what that reimagining looks like. The research is stark. According to the World Economic Forum and McKinsey Global Institute, traditional education systems remain optimized for skills that AI now performs better. Memorization, calculation, following prescribed procedures, for generations. They are now baseline capabilities. The skills that command premium wages, strategic thinking, creativity, ethical judgment, adaptability, are precisely what traditional schooling often marginalizes. This isn't a failure of educators, it's a structural lag. Schools were designed for an industrial economy. They produced workers who could follow instructions, recall information, and execute standardized processes. The AI era requires something fundamentally different, and that requires reimagining not just what we teach, but how learning itself is organized. The foundational shift is this. The educator's role is evolving from content delivery to learning design. In a world where any information is instantly accessible, the teacher's value isn't knowing more than students. It's knowing how to structure experiences that develop capabilities AI cannot replicate. Research from Stanford's Human-Centered AI Institute and learning science organizations points toward what we might call adaptive threshold learning. AI diagnostics identify each student's current limits. Learning experiences are designed to expand those limits, moving beyond fixed curricula to dynamic, personalized pathways. The teacher becomes the orchestrator of this expansion, using AI insights to make human judgments about when to push, when to support, and when to redirect. What should educators prioritize? The research points to 4 interconnected capabilities. First, critical AI evaluation. Students must learn to interrogate AI output, to ask, how do you know? To recognize hallucination and bias. To understand that confident-sounding AI responses can be confidently wrong. Second, creative problem solving. Not following prescribed paths to known solutions, but navigating open-ended challenges where multiple approaches are valid, where the goal isn't replication but innovation. AI can optimize, humans must determine what deserves optimization. Third, ethical reasoning. Every AI system embeds values. Every algorithmic decision has consequences. Students must develop the capacity to perceive these ethical dimensions, to wrestle with trade-offs, to advocate for just outcomes even when technically efficient alternatives exist. Fourth, adaptive collaboration. The ability to work effectively with diverse humans and with AI systems. To direct AI tools while maintaining human accountability. To build relationships across difference. To navigate conflict and sustain partnership. Assessment transforms from testing recall to evaluating judgment. Instead of, what do you know? We ask, what can you do with what you know? And how do you know when AI is reliable? Portfolios replace single exams. Process documentation matters as much as product. Students explain their AI collaboration, explicitly identifying where they added human value. Curriculum integration becomes essential. Climate change projects that require scientific understanding, ethical reasoning, data analysis with AI tools, and persuasive communication. Historical investigations that use AI for pattern recognition in primary sources but demand human interpretation of significance. The artificial boundaries between subjects dissolve when students tackle authentic problems. Teacher-AI partnership reclaims educator time for what matters most. AI handles routine differentiation, initial feedback, and administrative workflow. Teachers focus on relationship building, complex facilitation, and the human judgment that no algorithm can replicate. The technology serves the teaching rather than consuming it. Resource constraints are real, but meaningful transformation doesn't require cutting-edge technology in every classroom. Free AI tools are increasingly available. Strategic prioritization, starting with pilot programs, learning from implementation, scaling what works, brings change within reach. Community partnerships with local employers can provide both resources and authentic learning contexts. Professional development gaps require sustained support. Teachers need time to learn, experiment, and refine. Peer learning networks where educators share implementation strategies prove more valuable than top-down training. Administrators must protect this time and create psychological safety for pedagogical risk-taking. Standardized testing pressure creates genuine tension. But research increasingly shows that deeper learning prepares students for both innovative work and traditional assessments. Advocacy for portfolio-based alternatives. dual preparation strategies, and policy engagement to modernize accountability systems. All are necessary. The educators who lead this advocacy shape the future for their colleagues and students. Educational transformation succeeds when parents and educators form genuine alliance. Parents can reinforce classroom priorities at home, asking not, "What did you memorize?" but "What problem did you solve?" And "How did you work with others?" and "What would you do differently?" These questions signal that process, judgment, and growth matter more than recall and compliance. When parents understand why classrooms are changing, they become advocates rather than skeptics. They defend project-based learning against complaints that "we didn't do it this way." They support teachers taking pedagogical risks. They create home environments where the skills schools are prioritizing find reinforcement and application. The educators who thrive in the AI era aren't those who resist technology or those who uncritically embrace it. They're those who harness it in service of deeply human purposes, who use AI insights to know their students better, who design experiences that develop capabilities no machine can replicate, who prepare young people, not just for jobs but for citizenship, for creativity, for ethical leadership in a complex world. This is the empowered educator, the learning architect, the human mentor in an AI-augmented world, the professional who proves that teaching is not being automated, it's being elevated. In our next episode, we focus on the career counselor's evolving role. How do guidance professionals become AI navigators for students exploring uncharted occupational territory? Join us for Episode 5, The Guiding Hand, Career Counselors as AI Navigators.